right, so when Kellen Moore was named the new head coach of the New Orleans Saints, a lot of people automatically assumed that would signify the end of Jake Haener's time with the New Orleans Saints, because people felt as though the new quarterback that they want to bring in, and Spencer Rattler, they felt as though he had no leverage in getting a shot at becoming the Saints starting quarterback. But based on what has been reported in training camp and what has been seen, what has been shown during training camp footage, is that Jake Haener is progressing really well in Kellen Moore's system. And the way it's looking, the way it's looking now is that Kellen Moore is really giving each and every one of these quarterbacks, all three of them, a honest look, a fair shot at winning the job. And when Jake Haener is out there, you hear a lot of good things on how he's running the offense. And this is a testament of, good coaching. Coaching makes a difference compared to the past 2 seasons under the Dennis Allen regime, because these guys clearly was not being developed under that previous regime. You're hearing good things about Kool-Aid McKinstry. We haven't heard any bad reports on Kendrick Miller. Injuries hasn't been all too high during training camp. One guy is out for the season right now, and that's Nick Salvaderi. So if Haener is that good, he is that proficient at that offense, along with Rattler, and Shuck gets it going later on, that's a good problem to have for the New Orleans Saints. It is. But I say this with one caveat. Can the good news, stuff we're hearing about Haener, translate into live NFL games? Can it? Because I think the last 2 training camps that we've heard great things about how good Jake Haener looks during training camp. But when it came to actual preseason games, what happened? Where is it at? When he plays with the ones in preseason games, it didn't translate on the field. In the game that he started, the one game that he started in, he was benched by halftime against the Washington Commanders. So there's a caveat in this stuff, man. And I keep saying this in each of the videos that I've done recently. The things the quarterbacks is doing, everybody else is doing during training camp, the good stuff we're hearing has to translate onto the field. In live NFL games, even in the preseason. So we get to find this out in a few days when the Saints first preseason game. We're gonna find out about Jake Haener. We're gonna find out about Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shuck. Now, I think Kellen Moore talked to Fletcher Mackel yesterday. Paraphrase here what he said, but he said they're close to naming the starting quarterback. If I had to take a guess right now, I think it'll be Spencer Spencer Rattler. I think it'll be Spencer Rattler. You know, and that doesn't mean it's over for Tyler Shough, because he could come in, he could start late in the season. Through the midway portion of the season, he could start. So that doesn't mean it's over for him. But as for Jay Haener, he has a good shot, a legitimate shot of winning this job. You know, but I think it's gonna be Spencer Rattler. But it's good to know that a quarterback like Haener is progressing well in his offense. He always had the talent. He always had it in him. But look who you work. Look who was the head coach. Look at the situation. Look how bad the situation was last year. Missing two of your best wide receivers. You started Synagogue, offensive line in flux. I mean, no quarterback could have been successful under those conditions. Probably not even Drew Brees. Those are some tough conditions to overcome for an NFL quarterback. You know, but I know a lot of people are very intrigued by how this preseason game is going to go down, on how the quarterback is going to look, how the offensive line is going to look. That's probably one of the main things people are going to be looking at, that quarterback position. How all three of these guys play. Who's going to start first? Who's going to start second? Are they going to be an opportunity for a third quarterback to play? We're going to find all that out. You know what I'm saying? But maybe if not with the Saints, if he doesn't start with the Saints, maybe this could be an opportunity where he gets traded and he goes somewhere else. And maybe he goes to a good organization and has the opportunity to become quarterback 2 or even the starting quarterback. You know, because he is a knowledgeable quarterback, man. He knows offense. You know, talk about him becoming a coach one day. That could be in the cards for him. But he does know the game, man. You know, we'll see how it all play out, man. But Kellen Moore is giving these guys a shot. All three of these guys a shot, and it's not just about Tyler Shough becoming the quarterback one because of the money that he makes, and he was taken by Kellen Moore and his regime in the second round, and that's supposed to be his guy. No, it don't work like that. Not under Kellen Moore. So we'll see how it all play out, man. But I think it's gonna be Spencer Rattler at QB1. That's what I think it's gonna be. I think just based on the optics of what's being said out there, what's being shown, Spencer Rattler is in the league. So we'll go from there. They'll go from there. See how it all plays.